In this session, we're going to look at Project 1 in our online video training series, which is the use of the geometry tools in ArtCAM. This is ArtCAM Express, of course. We are using version 2015. We do have other tutorials for previous versions. From the page where you would have found this, you would find links to the 2013 online video training series. But if you're using 2015, this would be the right one for you. So when you open up ArtCAM Express, the screen that you see in front of us is the initial or opening screen. And as you can see, if you look down the left-hand side, you'll see that there are two options in terms of models. We can open a new model or we can open an existing model. We will touch on both of those functions as we progress here. Below that, you can see that we also have the option to open any recent files that we've been working on. In this case, you see that there are 4 listed in my directory. You may have some there or you may not. If you don't, it's just because you haven't saved any previous files, but it will show the last 4 files that you've been working on. So by very simply double-clicking on one of these, you would be able to open them up immediately. Directly below that, there are listed there other features of the software. The first one is Mill Wizard. It's an interesting function of ArtCAM Express. It's one that you probably won't use in your initial use of the software. But Mill Wizard allows you to import 3D models. So these would be models designed in another software program, perhaps something like SolidWorks or some other three-dimensional design software program. And Mill Wizard will allow you to import a 360-degree model. So an example might be a guitar body or a statue head, something that would be machined on multiple sides. And what Mill Wizard does, as the name would imply, is it's a wizard that will walk you through the steps of basically importing that file and basically slicing it. So if you were doing, for example, a guitar body, you might machine it on 180-degree increments. So you would machine the top, and then with the part being indexed or putting location points where the part could be referenced, you could turn the part over and then machine the bottom of that guitar body. With something like a statue head, you would be able to machine it on 90-degree increments. So machining one portion of it, rotating the part 90 degrees. And with the iCarver series machines that we offer, that can be done by very simply building a fixture to hold the part in place. Below that, you'll see What's New. What's New is the ability to look at the software and see what functions have been added since the previous edition. So in this case, we're working with 2015. If I was to click on What's New, it would show me everything that has been changed, enhanced, or added since the 2013 edition of ArtCAM Express, which was the previous edition to 2015. And then directly below that are upgrades. You can see the first one being modules. If you look over here on the right-hand side, the Modules tab is opened up, and it's showing you different modules that can be added to the software. For example, you'll see the one that's open here is called Bitmap Layers. And so if you were working with a single bitmap, you don't need bitmap layers to do that. ArtCAM Express has the ability to do that. But if you were working with multiple bitmaps, say you wanted to bring in 6 or 7 different bitmaps and work with them simultaneously, Bitmap Layers allows you to do that and do it all in one session of ArtCAM. So it is an additional function that you can add to your software. As an example, another one here is nesting. Nesting is the module that would allow you to take various shapes, perhaps letters or geometric shapes that you are cutting, and the nesting function will basically nest all those pieces or move them around using material optimization to minimize material waste and to make the cutting operation more efficient. Now, these modules can range in price from anywhere from a couple $100 up to as high as I believe the advanced 2D machining module would be around $700. And in some cases, some customers find that they need some additional functionality in the software. In other cases, it's not the case. Below that, on the left, you see that there are two other options for upgrades. One is ArtCAM Insignia. ArtCAM Insignia is the entry-level three-dimensional design software program. Its interface is very similar to ArtCAM Express. The difference is that ArtCAM Express only has the ability to import and create machining toolpath for 3D models. So to work with a 3D model in ArtCAM Express, it would already have to be pre-designed. And In ArtCAM Express, we do have over 600 pre-designed 3D models. If you've purchased an iCarver from us, there'll be another 500 or so 3D models that you will have received on a grayscale library that you can also import. But it has no capacity to design any three-dimensional objects. With ArtCAM Insignia, you have the ability to design all of your own 3D objects. So you can do you could make a guitar body, or you could make an animal, or a nature scene using the geometry tools, and everything would be in full 3D. ArtCAM Pro is very simply the highest level in the ArtCAM family of three-dimensional software. So it has additional functionality that's not contained in Insignia. Very few customers that we engage with our iCarver series would look at Pro. Pro would be used by folks like Cirque du Soleil for doing stage sets. It's used by both the Canadian and US mints. So it's really more of a professional grade software program if you were making your living in the design software business, or in the three-dimensional design business. So that's the opening screen, and that's the end of the first video.